What's up, guys? We about to start, bro. What's up, guys? Welcome to the pod. This is your boy Leskuzzy and Nick and Yassi. We got a new setup, a new recording software. Shout out to Squadcast and see about the title. Before we even get to what you the top 10 battlerappers that we don't want to see, let's start off with the situations. We've been covering this for the last 3 weeks, and finally the battle dropped. Tay-Rock versus Kid Slay, my brother. You want me to talk about this?
Yeah, because you most likely watched it. I didn't. Did it come out yesterday? It was out yesterday?
Yeah, it came out. No, the day before yesterday on Christmas.
Damn. Then I had an opportunity. But
It came out. Yeah, so how can I say this in the nicest way? Tay-Rock got 30.
Damn, Tay-Rock got smoked?
Tay-Rock. And I think Tay-Rock didn't think this one through, or maybe he tried to do the BK come with the one. He thought he was gonna get the reaction that BK got when BK did the other boom thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was his banking to do, but that they just say that didn't help him at all. That didn't help him at all, because when he went first, he chose to go first. He put out the paperwork, but from the get-go, when he said it, when he said the paperwork, I was like, okay, shock factor. You know how people are in battle rap, they're like shock factor. I'm like, yeah, about the paperwork. And 90% of the time he was talking about Slay's brother. And Slay's like, yo, talk about what I did, not what my brother did. Right? Material wise. And I feel, okay. Remember when I said I saw the trailer and I felt like Tay-Rock initiated the fight? Right?
Yeah.
He did it twice. He initiated that fight because they fought twice. Before even the Tay-Rock first one was over, they already had been split out twice. Tay-Rock was trying to be this gangster, tough. He kind of did, I guess. And like, all right, so the battle came out on Christmas. We said that Slay's interview was coming out like the date on Thursday, right before we released our episode, right? Our last week's episode. So the interview released, and somehow Slay said he knew that was gonna happen. He knew that Tay-Rock was coming with the paperwork. He's like, I saw that in a mile away. He's like, I literally texted like before the battle. I'm like, I know this. He's like, whatever you bringing, make sure it's valid. He's like, make sure they're giving you valid information. Just they don't give him bullshit information. Technically speaking, it's like, make sure you verify what they're telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he came out. He said his name, David Dawson. People, their city public. His government name is David Dawson. If anybody wants to read the paperwork for themselves, because people are still saying, well, he kind of moused Mo, and I don't know all this. I don't know what street code it was. I'm not from the street, so I can't tell you what other better rappers should feel. But I feel like at this point, y'all just siding with Tay-Rock. all Geechee Gotti, Aver, Easy, Calico, y'all don't have your own minds. I didn't read the paperwork for yourselves, and I think that's the problem. Because for some people like me who read the paperwork and listened from both sides of the story, and I still read the paperwork, and from what y'all were saying, that's not what I got from the paperwork, right? Yes, his last name is on the initial paperwork, the whole page of the paperwork, right? The initial paperwork, right? His last name is not there. The paperwork that how like the paperwork that's in court, the official paperwork that's in court. His last name is not there. But he's part of the case. Well, he's not part of the case, but he's kind of involved in the case for like a little bit, right? But the whole case from the beginning for me, Slay's name he's not part of it. So I watched the battle, and from watching the battle, I felt disrespected by Tay-Rock. I was like, Tay-Rock, I hope, like from when he said the first round, right? I was like, okay, Tay-Rock, understand the crowd didn't get it. You saying he's a rat. Okay. The crowd said, ooh, ah, right? But the reaction that you got from Slay should have told you more about, I was like, why is he not acting like somebody who got exposed? Right? You know how when you, like for example, when people get exposed in battle rap, you can see from their like action of like, okay, then feeling uncomfortable with what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's
But
a clear.
Yeah, okay, I got him. But the time when literally when Tay-Rock said the paperwork, you didn't see like a clear uncomfortableness from Slay. The only part I saw Slay looked uncomfortable is when Tay-Rock initiated the bump and the pushing, saying "Don't touch me." That's when you saw like Slay was like, I didn't do shit. My hands was on my towel the whole time, right? And the whole battle. Let me just say, this whole battle was terrible.
So
If I can give it a rating, it was not a good battle because the whole time, one, they were addressing this. Well, technically speaking, the only person who was still calling the angle. Tay-Rock tried to drink the angle all 3 rounds. It didn't work.
I hate when people do that. That's what Calico will be doing, and people be like, "Yo, Calico won." No, he did not.
Then when he tried to drag it, then when he knows that and people are seeing, he sees that the angle is not working, he's now trying to talk through Slay's round, right? And while Slay's rapping, he's still saying, "Slay, you're a rat." Okay, cool. When Slay's like, "You know what? I'm not with this extra shit." He's like, after the battle, meet me backstage and we fight. That's what Slay said. From the get-go. Literally, Slay said, after this, I'm not, he's like, after this, just meet me at the corner, then we fight it out. Right? I was like, okay, I get it from there. I get that he was not. It was more of like, I'm not dealing with you going back and forth with this, right? So the battle was not that good. Like, to be honest, the only part that was not good was Tay-Rock's part. Okay, Clay had moments where he was not good, where he, like, because of the tension with him and Tay-Rock from Tay-Rock's first round, like them almost fighting or Tengon fighting, right, pushing each other. He kind of, when he was rapping, you know how when after you have like an altercation, the how they change, like for example when Johnson and Asamin had the altercation or the alleged altercation, how Asamin was like against France, like he was rapping, but his mind was not in the battle, right? Like his mind was still in the battle. I can say it. But the moment when he said it, he literally said after the whole run, he said, "I ain't gonna rebuttal because there's nothing to rebuttal." He's like, "I literally got put out from jail to court, and he explained from the get the same story that he has said before, right?" And he literally named the person who said it. He's like, "Jack is a bitch, and you know what, blah blah blah." And he went into his run. In my opinion, his run was better than Tay-Rock's run. Without Tay-Rock's paperwork, his run was still better than Tay-Rock. With Tay-Rock with the paperwork, it's still like it was not, like when Tay-Rock put up the paperwork, it didn't give me that, you know how, did you watch BK versus Outer Boom, the battle?
No.
Watch that
But I mean, that's really only one
like,
round. That shit ain't. It's not
yeah.
a battle.
Well, technically, the battle is 3 rounds, right? But
the only part that matters is that
BK literally the first one, because BK literally went first, put out the paperwork, and delivered, like the way BK delivered that. Nobody wanted to hear Outer Boom. Nobody cheered for Outer Boom after that. Nobody cared what Outer Boom said. It was silence. But when Tay-Rock put out the paperwork, the funny part was the person who had the loudest reaction and the person who had the crowd, the momentum from the crowd was Keith Slade from the get-go. You see the difference of like people started to hear what Keith Slade was gonna say. And when he said that line and explained the pick 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and explained the situation and went back to his round and he still was fire, even though the tension was that high, was crazy. Second round, K-Rock still called him a snitch, a rat. Too much that, you know how we feel about gun bars. There were unnecessary gun bars in there that I didn't care about.
That wasn't fun.
That didn't do with anything. Yeah, literally, that was the whole round. His Slade had different flows, different topics, talked about him and Briz, why you didn't fight, and you saw that. To be honest, I looked at, like when Slade said the Briz situation, like why did you not knock? It's like you always talking about you have guns and stuff, right? Why you didn't knuckle up? It's like you always have talk about guns in your battle, but you never do when you actually do something. You saw in Tay-Rock's face, I was like, damn, Tay-Rock looks so uncomfortable for a veteran that has been in this game for a long time. He looks like Rook that's just getting outclassed. He looks like Jake Bonin when freaking Jan threw the chain in the thing. Right? So I watched but the battle was terrible. I didn't watch every battle. I can say that battle was not. It's not to my standards from Tay-Rock. It was terrible. Blake, you did your thing with what you had to deal with. You did your thing. It was not your best material too. You were half good. Tay-Rock, I don't know what you thought, but you should have prepared like with all 3 rounds. Even though they gave you that information, the paperwork, still prepare 3 rounds, because from what you brought it looked like you didn't prepare 3 rounds. It looked like you prepared 1 round. That 1 round was a miss. And this is gonna lead to me what I'm about to talk about next. Before we get into the 6 battle raps that we said 10, but we technically 6. The 6 battles
Now
that
you
we
might
didn't
have
want to
something
see
I don't
in
have,
2023.
so you might have something
Yeah.
I don't have.
So now let's talk about bags and bodies. Y'all know we say we're gonna cover bags and bodies every week when it comes out. So we're gonna cover episode 4. So episode 4, guys, to be honest, was 2 battles. That was the whole episode. It was the 2-on-2 battles, and it was the thing I like about this, it was uncut. So they didn't edit anything. As people to see the uncut version of the battles, right? So that's why it was longer, and you didn't see extra, like, you know how the first 3 episodes they kind of cut it up. They just gave you clips from each and they're gonna release the battle later. But I guess it was too much work for Avocado because Avocado works too much. Y'all want Avocado to do all this every week. He has another things. He has other obligations. So they decided, I guess, the next two episodes are uncut battles, just whole battle, the whole 2-on-2 battle. But they're also gonna show what I say. They're gonna show like their preparation to the battle, like how what their thought process is. For example, what was it? Was it Ian J2 and versus KD and Hub Trilly, right? That battle, to be honest, I have to rewatch the full battle, but from what I watched, the battle was good. I can say that, right? They did their thing, all 4 MCs, but with what Hub Trilly had to go through to get to that battle, it kind of showed in the battle because Hub Trilly left the house for 1 day. She literally packed the stuff, left the house while in middle of preparing for the battle. So they didn't have a full day of preparation. They didn't have that. They have literally 3 days, right? And it kind of showed in the battle, right? Then, unlike J2 and Ian, them two showed poise. They were finishing each other rounds. Gritty. Okay, Gritty. I don't know, you are good, but I don't know how you do stuff you do. I don't know, because most of the time when your partner was trying to get you to prepare with them, you were sleeping. The whole episode, most of the time when it was time to prepare your work, you were sleeping. I don't even know how you remember your stuff. Because I thought y'all were gonna choke for like the first 2 bars because there was nothing much to prepare. Literally, the opponents literally knew who was doing most of the work because Greedy was nowhere to be found every single time. In the house, he was sleeping when they were supposed to prepare, and that was it. I don't think it showed, but yeah, it was good. So that was the episode. Then the next episode, then it kind of showed the judges. And one thing I want to say this before I was gonna bring it up before I talked to 22. That's why I say before we in reference to the judging for battle rap, and I think He-Man came up with the perfect thing how to judge battles. Right? We judge them round by round. Right? But He-Man just I don't know if He-Man, and everybody who was judging that Snake, I did text you that Snake Eyes and Ben News is on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So I watched the battle, and To be honest, the comments that 50, they don't know. It's a the battle is a great. It's people are saying it's a classic. No, it's not. For Bangs and Battles, it might be. No, it's not a classic. It's not at the level of Jedi Guy and KD. It's not on that top level of like KD and Jedi Guy. So far set the level or like the high level, like set the level right of the highest the highest performance, right? It's not on that level, but it's a good battle for example. Watch the battle. They talked about everything that was happening in the house. They talked about the fight that we covered last week. But when it came to the judging, the way they judged it, and I think I commented after in the on the video, I was like, yo, I think that's how we should judge battles from now on. The reason why I said that, let me say it. Because the way they were judging the battles was fire. Right? Because they say like Snakers came out went first. He read. But when Ben News started his first, Ben News was already on cloud 9. Snake Eyes built up, right? Built up, but it was a solid round. Ben News had that one, you know how we judge Susurf, like Susurf was always that powerful first that most of the time that makes him win the battle because of that powerful first round. Like him and Holler, like they're powerful, like they don't have to do much in the second and third to win the battle, right? They just have to like him and normal the powerful first. Then the second and third, he might not have the same power, the same material and powerful, but he's still keeping up with his opponent. So from the get go, the first one from Muse was up there, like he was out the gate wilding, right? Snake, that's totally wrong. So from there, to be honest, Snake was now fighting up a battle. Then Snake had a crazy second round. Guess what? The second round was crazy, but it was not. He didn't beat News how News beat him in the first. The first was clear. Like, you know how when you get beat up, like literally when you really like halfway through the round, you like shit. News already won this round. That's how clear it was, right? Before he even finished the round. When Snake went out there and rapped his second, people in my head was like, okay, News. I don't know how you can top your first, how you can catch up, and News is still coming with the like Snake. That's where Snake talked about everything that most of the stuff that happened in the house, and Snake and News is up there with him too. Like it was close. He didn't have that good. Maybe Snake won it right, like edge, but he didn't win it clear. Right? You see. Then when Snake comes back, Snake is fire in the third. I think Snake's best run was in the third round. Guess what? And I think then News, in my opinion, News' second best round was his third. His best round was the second, but his second best round was his third. Right? So when it came to the judging, they're like, okay, this is how they judged it. So him said, okay. So it's like when we judge battles, right? We normally judge 1 round. He won this round. He won that round. He won this. But have you ever thought about it? Like but now this battle is so close. Now we gotta start dissecting how this person lost this round, right? He's like the battle is so close, right? Mm-hmm. It's like News beat. He's like okay. It's like what the clearest round. Everyone was like the first. News won everybody in the crowd was like, News won the first. That's the clearest round. Okay. He's like, all right. What's the he's like, what round do y'all think Snake won? Everyone's like the third. He's like, okay, what's the ball that's the third? and everyone named Muse's bar because Muse had this bar with the eyes on the back of the head. It's like I got a scope, I can see everything. I got eyes on the head. So everyone, the bar of the round was Muse. So you see how Muse was still fire, even though it was not actual Muse's. Like Muse didn't drop off and go up, right? Muse was like in this, like where you update, but it was like a nice steady incline. Where next started down here, went up and kind of went there. You see, so he break down like Muse won this battle because Muse had the clearest round, and when you like how in boxing when when it's a tie fight they're gonna start counting the knockdowns. He's like, so in the first round, guess who got knocked down? He's like, Snake, you got knocked down, but you might have done a little bit. You in the second and third, you were punching, you landed more punches, but guess what? You didn't do much damage because when you're landing punches, Muse was landing too. You might have won one of those rounds, but knockdown should be the first cost you the battle. And I was like, yo, I think that's what we should do. Like when the battle is super close, we gotta start looking like who won the clearest round and we judge it from there. And I was like, that's fire.
But they could have got their ass for the other 2 rounds. But then again, I know what you're saying. It's when it's close. This one is pretty close.
Yeah, like when it's played like because bro, in my opinion, because some people say, oh, Snake won the second and third. In my opinion, Snake didn't win the second and third. He won the second. The third round, I gave it to Muse. In my opinion. And I know some people think the same way. Like I saw in the comments, they'll say first and third Muse. A lot of people think that way. So it was not of like, but the clearest round was Muse. So the judge is off that. And the way Muse, to be honest, Muse addressed the fight. He battled and kind of addressed the fight. Right? Because Snake has kind of addressed the fight, then he started talking about everything else. That's the problem with Snake. The Snake, this what lost Snake battle. And we kind of do this in battle rap. Like you gotta be direct to your opponent. Just don't rap about everything else that doesn't do with your opponent. I'm not gonna lie. Snake, you lost that battle because your second one was fire. But guess what? Most of that round didn't do anything with your opponent. And it brought me, and to be honest, I want to come here and apologize. To be honest, not really, but I still have to apologize. Charles Rockley, I now see why you got married last week. Because we didn't see the battle. And you said Snake has used you as an angle. I said, why you were mad? You gotta fight that man. Fight him. You gotta fight that man. That man you said you were a hoe. You blamed you for breaking Himman's expensive chairs. And I see why you that mad. I see why you were that mad. And the funny part is that shit. And you said this bar, even though you said like a bars that I like from that battle, right? Here's some couple bars I like from the battle, right? But this one bar that he said that made me laugh. It was when he talked to him and he said, yo, him man. I said, I want to be real with him, man. He was like, hey man, I don't know this man. He's like, this man had he had the females uncomfortable, all the females looking like around like damn, his eye over there, his other over there. Damn, we didn't even know where you were looking. Who were you looking at? He's like, his other eyes over there. Then he's talking about the fight. He's like, yo, he's like, when we fought, we were square. He's like, some people thought this was something for the TV. He's like, nah, I knew. He's like, he's like, I knew I can square up. I squared up in the South Pole because I knew I can go to his body. He could not see me. I'm like, damn. I was like, damn, that's funny. He's like, I squared up to I squared up south so to his blind side, so I knew that he wouldn't see me. I'm like, shit, damn. I'm like, that man lost that battle. Then I guess News kind of took Snake Eyes' chain, and Snake Eyes asked everybody in their house for who took his chain, except for one person he didn't ask. News had the chain. The only person he didn't ask about the chain was the bad News, and he had the chain. And News put out the video to promote the battle while he was back when he was in the house, while he was fixing Snake Eyes' chain, and he said, I'm putting this on eBay. I don't know how petty News is, but News was so petty that I laughed. And he addressed it. He's like, bro, he's like, you were asking about your chain. You asked everybody in the house about your chain, except me. And you had to go to him, man, to ask me about the chain. He's like, bro, he's like, you could have came to me, gave me some money, I would have gave you your chain back. I'm like, you telling this man he could have came to you for his own chain and paid you to get his chain back. How?
Nah, that's funny.
How messed up is that? This man, that's his own chain. And you want him to give you money for his own chain? Bro, I'm like, yo, that's wild. Right? But so we addressed a lot of things in this battle. In this episode. Now let's get it. Oh, my favorite part from that whole battle, I can say this, is when News said, yo, shout out, he's like, yo, him man, I'm sorry for messing up. It's like, cause I wanna make it. His jaw is like loyal to my friends. I ain't wanna break. I'm like, damn. I go lie, I was like, yeah, that boy hit.
That's fire.
And the funny, like he's like, hey man, my bad player. He's like, cause I wanna make it. For messing up, cause I wanna make it. It's like, is Joe loyal to my friends? I ain't wanna break it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And the funny part, the way News was discrediting Snake Eyes that whole battle. And I feel like that also won in the battle because you know how Snake Eyes, you try to sound New Yorkish Harlem, like how Harlem people rap. Most Harlem people rap like T-Rex when they get into this pocket where I like it. Like when Snake Eyes is some different that I like. What like I'm like, yo, if you bring that more that in your runs, you have places to go. You could have been one of the best, right? But here, this gangster stuff and Larry from the get go, News was like, bro, he's like, yo, he's like, y'all are up here cheering to this gang about this nigga talking against. He's like, y'all cheering against it. He's like, y'all up here, all y'all praising this nigga talking about against. He's like talking about a nigga talking against the nigga I already beat up. Like y'all praising something about we're talking against to someone I already beat up, bro. Like come on now. Like, what y'all talking about? He's like, I already beat him up. So why are we praising him talking against that? He's not that gangster. I was like, damn. I'm like, that's sad. You telling him that he's not that great. I'm like, that to me that's mad. That's bad. All right, now let's get to what y'all all here for. For the first 35 minutes, we were talking about most of the time, but now the next 35 minutes, the top 6 Is it the top 6? Well, we might. Okay, we just gotta run it up to the top 10 because we might.
I have
I might
6,
think
but
of names.
yeah, you might think of names.
We might. We might think of names. So let's hear you. Shout out to him. Shout out to vinique.
1 second, 1 second. All right. Actually, it's 5.
Yeah.
So number 1, we have Averb.
All
Now
right.
I feel as though Averb shouldn't be on this list because at certain times he has, the ability to be nice. But as his record
Mm-hmm.
shows, Mr. 1 and what is it, 11? 1 and 10?
I feel like I think it's now 1 and 12.
Now, 1 and
If he
12.
lost to Shook, if the battle should, if people counting that as a loss, I don't know who won the 10K, but from what I'm hearing, that Shook won that 10K, so he won the 12.
Damn. He got to hang up his jersey. He got to hang up his shoes. He got to start acting. He got to go. He got to figure out maybe he could be somebody's manager. Maybe he can be like somebody from St. Louis Nunu Nels or something like, or maybe he the new Norbs. Like I don't know, but he gonna have to pack it up.
The new knobs.
As much as I
knobs.
say that he should be, still here because he's nice sometimes. Like him versus Hollow was crazy. They got busy, and him versus
I go lie. Him versus Sugar is also crazy.
Him versus DNA was
Easy?
crazy. I feel like he cooked DNA. That's my personal opinion. Everybody don't feel that way, and that's why he won in 12. So he got to pack it up.
Him versus DNA. Versus DNA is cool, but that's when before he started this run of being terrible, right? But him versus, I'll say him versus Easy is also cool. Him versus Hollow, versus Shug is cool. So I want to say, me personally, I would have left him off just because of he's trending upwards. But I understand why he's there because he's 1 and 12, so he gotta pick it up. Yeah.
Get cooked like that, bro. He looking like the Detroit Lions. He gotta do something, bro. He gotta do something.
No.
He gotta pick it up,
bro. No. I ain't letting you say the 08 Lions. No, choose another team because the Lions they might make the playoffs. The Lions might make the playoffs.
Jaguars, when they had Maurice Jones-Drew, he looking like the Chiefs before they drafted Mahomes. He looking like
man, the Chiefs.
Looking like the Brooklyn Nets when they got all the old niggas. No, when they had Darren Williams and Paul Pierce and all them old niggas. Oh no! And then everybody knees collapse at the same time. Listen. I love Verb and I defend him, but bro, he gotta just take a break or something. Just something like eat some chicken again. Do something. Just something.
Go back, eat some beef. Eat some beef, chicken.
Hamburger helper. I got you, bro. Like you need a chicken offer. I got you. What's up? Like you got you doing way too much, bro. You slacking. You terrible.
No. Yo. All right. Next lesson. That's one.
Number 2, you probably going to defend this person. But T-Top, he gotta pack it up, bro. He gotta get all his stuff, put it in the trash bag, the same trash bag that he put his Coke in, and all his snacks and Fat Man shit. He gotta put it in that bag. He gotta hang up that jersey. He gotta go. He at least take a year off, something. He has to go. That I'm tired of the same. I'm an angler type shit. He has to go, bro. This angler shit gotta go. It's all you niggas that are good at just talking about other niggas has to go. Cause y'all come in here with hot mid. It is fire of the middest material I've ever heard in my life. I would call it trash. It's like recycled plastic. Like it's just bad, bro. That shit is like Deer Park. It's just bad water. It's bad everything, bro. He gotta pack that shit up.
All right.
T-Top gotta go. I can't.
All right.
I can't with that shit.
So
I can't,
okay,
bro.
I can defend. All right, right here. Here's what I'm gonna say. T-Top, to be honest, I want to say
You can't defend it, but it's all right. Cool.
Recent-
Go ahead, try. Go ahead, try.
okay, recently, T-Top, yeah, he might have to pick it up, right? For whatever he's doing, whatever he's thinking. I think he needs to go back to drug talk. But if we going by his record, I don't think he should pick it up. He's not top, but he's in the mid. He is 89.
He battle every 7 years, bro. He gotta he battles every once in a blue. He don't battle enough for us to go off his record.
He has an 89 record. He's ranked 13. So he's in the top 15 on records.
Wait, 8 and 9? No. I called him mid, but that is mid on top of mid. So you win one and lose one?
Look at his record.
He gotta go.
Like you win one, you lose. Yeah. Win one, he lose one. You know, he's average. Let's just say he's on average.
Who them legendary teams that's always 8 and 8? Fucking Falcons or fucking who always 8 and 8? Colts. Cowboys. The Colts was always 8 and 8.
Cowboys. Like, I literally said the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys went 3 years in a row. The fucking Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys. And right now, this Cowboys fans think
y'all hype.
They're better than
late. They won one game, bro.
No,
they gotta pack it up too.
Like
they y'all asses in Dallas.
Pack it up, Cowboys. They're like, yeah, like y'all want, bro. Let me tell you this, bro. Before we even go further with the list, Cowboy fans, y'all the one. Okay, I understand. There's an Eagles fan who's off the rails talking about Dex mother. We don't associate with him. He's not a true fan. He's just an idiot. But Cowboy fans, y'all the dumbest, annoying fans I know. I'm just saying, like, tell me why I'm going to a tour gate and this person who's doing our tour is a Cowboy fan and he's saying that he can beat the Eagles when the Eagles are healthy and Jalen Hurts in the link. How annoying. Y'all know that y'all gave up 34 points to a backup. Like, come on. Y'all gave up 34 points to a backup. Come on.
You know, I didn't even know Bo was on our team, bro. I didn't even know he was on our team.
Bro, I knew he was on our team, and I didn't care. Like, when I saw him, I'm like, damn. And I watched the game. And the funny part, I thought he was. I was like, damn, he's actually beating. He's slicing the Cowboys, and he's our backup. I'm like, there's no way he's doing this thing to the Cowboys this bad. Then he kind of did show why he's a backup at the end. But yeah. But let's be honest. If
Jalen be a backup, bro, it's cool.
Yeah, he got a job being a backup, but you don't. You gotta just control what he does. When he starts doing, he gets all over the place when you give him too much power. Don't give people too much power who don't deserve too much power. That's the moral of the story. But yeah, Cowboy fans, chill out. You only won one game. You still gotta go through the Lincoln financial field to win to go to the Super Bowl. So y'all not even close to winning.
They're not even over anybody else in the NFC. Shut up. Shut up. The Vikings gonna handle them.
You gotta go through Like you gotta, nah, buddy. Nah, now that's disrespectful. I gonna lie. They beat the Vikings 53-3. They beat them so bad that I don't even think the Vikings don't want to see the colors.
But
I can say that 49ers, if the 49ers can handle them, yeah, I can say that. But the Vikings, that's a stretch. But let's go to the next question.
Also have Tom Brady on. So I mean, you getting through Tom Brady? I
Oh
think
yeah,
the
they
Eagles.
can. Yeah, if they play Tom Brady, they might lose to Tom Brady. They might. Depends. Yeah, it depends. But yeah, next, like, they might.
Number
It
3 on
depends.
this
If Tom,
list, Mr. Royal Rumble himself stumbles. Mr. I can't get you around. Mr. He should be number 1. I just, you mean it was just right off the top when I did this list.
I mean, man, this is top of the list, Mister
Yeah.
No Loyalty, Mister.
If anybody is
I'm
number
just
1, it's him.
Mister No Loyalty, Mister. I don't think for myself, Mister. I just want to be top over everybody in my class, Mister. I don't care, bro. Stumble, you know that I kind of gave you a pass for a while. I was like, oh man, like if you don't. Like I actually listened to some of your materials from previous battles, not your recent battle, because I didn't want to spend my time listening to you. I will lie. This is not me hating. Well, y'all can say that. I'm still kind of pissed. But your old materials, like you do have some fire battles. Not fire, but you have fire content in your material. But guess what you do? You live up to your name. Like you know how people say your name is your brand, bro. I go lie. You should keep on doing that every battle because you are actually living up to your name, Stumbles. Because I can bet if Better Rap had a betting line, how many people will, if someone's gonna stumble in the battle like 3 or 4 times, I bet you gonna do that. I'm glad that he mentioned you in this list, and I don't care any fan saying we are hating. No, he should pack it up. He needs to go. He needs to get a suitcase, pack him up, out 9, pack his shit up, send him into TSA, put him in the airplane. We don't want to see him no more. Send him to Cancun. Send him to Guantanamo Bay. Lock it up. Put him in a vault. We don't want to see none of these battles no more. If y'all actually do a battle with them, don't announce it. Make it like a surprise battle, and we don't say it. Y'all know what y'all can do. Y'all can announce it, and y'all know what you can do. Do what y'all did to us with Cassidy and Freeway, and that battle never goes down. I appreciate it. Because why you made it, when Kisley made it make sense, you were behind Kisley throughout the battle, and you were bigging him up. But after the battle, you're like, oh no, he's a snitch. So why were you standing right when the whole battle, when A-Rock was saying those words, he was a snitch? Why did you not switch up on him? I want to know. Like, yeah, so you're gonna say now, like after the battle, after a few, not even after the battle, after 2 weeks the battle happened. You were there in the building, but 2 weeks after the battle happened, you're like, nah, he's a snitch now. I want to know what, because you had every other battle rapper say, okay, he's a snitch, that's what it is. They're like, nah, we ain't gonna battle him because he's a snitch. No, you know, because you know that you are jealous that he got Tay-Rock first. You know because he was on the top of the card first. He was the main event. You know that's why you were mad. Like, the funny part is right now, if I look up, I want to look at your stats because we gotta go about your stats, and I feel like you lost every battle, and I know, to be honest, I might be wrong because on stumbles, and everyone put stumbles. You only out of your 10 battles, you have won 4. You're 4-6. Your rank number 65. You ain't not that good, buddy. Pick it up.
Yeah, you are
Like,
G League, bro.
all right. Now, before you even, since we talked about this man is 10-0, bro. Kid Slay is 10-0. Like, that's the difference. If Kid Slay is better than you, the point out of his 10 battles that he has taken, Kid Slay is undefeated. Out of your same 10 battles, you are 4-6. You are terrible. G League. You're not even G League. You're freaking, I don't even know. You're like the Lithuania League. You're not even where to be G League. You're Lithuania. We don't even know people in there. Like, that's how terrible you are. Next.
All right.
Man.
Now, this one partially is battle rap and also partially personal life. I followed this person.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas to him. He had a really good
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. Number 4 is Mike P. Your last times on the stage, you got shitted on, and I'm tired of getting on this podcast and saying, "Yo, fam, he needs to pack it up, take a break, or just 3-0 somebody to the point where whatever they say about him, his girl, and all the other battle rappers does not matter because now it's just going to get worse." Mike P had a beautiful Christmas. Okay, he is now engaged. He is with his girl. That's beautiful. They have kids and everything. That is also beautiful. She gave him it was like a trip or something. She gave him something pretty good for Christmas. They're doing great for themselves, okay? That's beautiful. And as a man that wants things like that, I get it. But you need to get out of bed already. Because you might step into this ring and about your wife and it'll be over, cuz. It'll be over. You need to step, bro. You need to step, bro. You need to get out of here as fast as possible. Because now you done married her. Oh my God. Somebody gonna say something crazy, and I don't care how great your composure is. You don't win the battle when someone talks about your wife and has all this information about your wife. It's over. Over. You are now instantly done, bro. Somebody say 2 bars, you are the R. Kelly of battle rap, bro. 2 bars will kill you. Forget your 3 rounds. 2 bars, over, bro. Half of a clip's regular scheme is killing you, bro. So, congratulations to Mike P. Your wife is beautiful. Everything is good. You great in life. Leave battle rap alone. Like, be a spectator or something. I think he would be a pretty good spectator. But I'm just no. Stay away from battle rap. You've been getting cooked all year.
Yeah.
And I heard nothing great about it. And every time somebody bring up your girl, it hurts. You look sorry every time, and then you go play Warzone for the next 2 months. Listen, leave battle rap alone. Pack it up. This isn't a performance thing. Everybody else is a performance thing. You don't have a performance problem. This angle is going to hurt you forever. And people are going to keep getting more creative. And now you done married her, so you just listen, dog. Just pack it up, bro. Just pack it up, bro. You got to be like pack that shit up, bro.
Yo.
And that's not even to be disrespectful, even though somebody might think that is disrespectful, but it's really not. It's really not. I would pack that shit up too. They already talked about her when she was your girlfriend. Like, you have a kid and now you just married her, bro. Like, bro, no, you gotta dub it, bro. It's over. So yeah,
people.
But his life is beautiful, bro. If you see his life, bro, it is beautiful over there. Like, what? He got all the kids?
No.
They having a good time.
Like
bro.
It. All right. Like people. I don't want to say some people, I know some people want to say I should defend Mike P.
No,
Because
it's
Mike
not
P,
a performance issue.
Yeah, I get with. It's not a performance issue, but ladies and gentlemen, I agree with Vinique. Like Mike P, you should go back. I think you should now be coming out on this full time. Like your
Yes,
better one-on-one.
he's
I think you should do that full. Like for real. Like that angle and the funny. Man, I want to say Silk so bad, but he can't even drink Silk. Damn.
my man can't even have
Bro,
milk.
for every
He can't
new
even
fan,
wear silk.
all right, for new, like, so for new fans who's gonna watch this video, right? Because this is our last episode. This is our season finale for season 1. Because it's a full year. Our season goes by a full year. Season 2 starts next week. Right? So everybody have Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year before we start.
That's good vibes.
Yes. Hold on. I'm on the podcast. Hold on. So now for Kislet, for Mike P. For Mike P, this is not a performance thing. That's 1. 2. It's Ryder did something bad to you, man. You should fight Ryder. Like Ryder, y'all know that's crazy. That's Ryder's big for every fan. Okay, fans who are new to battle rap, shout out to, we know some of our friends who came to battle rap this year who don't know what we talk about. So y'all watch our episode for guidance. So this one is not that he's bad. We have said it. This is not performance based. So if you want to watch his battles, you can go watch his battles. This is more of the fact of me and Vinique. We know because we watched the battle that led up to this. So if y'all want to know where we coming from and why we feel this type of way, all I can say, go watch Riot versus Mike P. That's all I can say. But yeah, next one on the list.
And the last person on the list is the Saga, because I haven't heard from Saga since that rooftop incident.
Oh, yeah, nigga needs to pick it up.
I feel like he's been thrown off that rooftop. I feel like he had the greatest rise and fall in battle rap. Literally, he did that rooftop joint. He was wilding too. He did the rooftop joint. He battled Rum Nitty, and they called it debatable. And then that nigga battled, who was it? It was Mike P or Holmesy or somebody. And he choked every round. And then after that, it was over. Listen, Saga, I don't know how else you make money, but you need to start investing in that. Be better at that.
Yeah, because I agree with this one. So some people will say I should have like. Yeah, like. Well, no, he was like some of his materials was good, but this one, if Stumbles is 1, Saga is 2. Reason why I used to like this Saga, I used to like his materials, so I kind of know where he's coming from. 1, he had the greatest rooftop battle with him and B-Dot. Then Norm happened. Bye. Come on. All right. Let's go. So the Saga, yes, I understand. So everybody else, I can't say anything at that. The Saga is the best. So to shout out to everybody who watched this video. Shout out. Hold on. I have to go. So shout out to everybody who made this video. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like and everything. Peace.